one time back when I was only playing guitar, and I was playing in some hotel bar, and this guy came in, and he wanted to know if he minded if he played the piano. And I was like, sure, yeah, play some piano. And the dude sat down and played Cole Porter for like 30 minutes. And we get talking, and it was really good, he just knew all the stuff. And so I said, well, like, what's up with that? And he said, kid, you got to get a shtick. I mean, he really said it like that. He was like, you got to get a shtick. Learn something and just learn how to do it, and then you always got something. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. So some years later, I thought about the guy, and I learned Let It Be on guitar. I learned all the songs on Let It Be, and I played them out in performance, and nobody really cared very much about Let It Be on guitar. So I just left it alone. But then when ukulele excitement came, it was like everything is good on ukulele, and I was playing 70s pop hits and stuff, things that I liked, and the idea came back to me. It was like, maybe a shtick would be good if it was on something cooler like ukulele, and two, like maybe if I picked a better Beatles album than Let It Be. I already knew that one, so that I started there, and just by luck, that's the first one. And so then from then on, I did just go in chronological order, and that was kind of fun, because over the course of like 4 months or whatever it took to figure it out, then I could gauge my progress. I'd say, I'm almost to the end of side one, almost there. I mostly figured it out by ear. I think there was a couple of times, like on, what was it? I wasn't sure about the chords. I think I looked that one up. But yeah, for the most part, I just figured it out by ear, because that's how I like to learn songs anyway. So, the hardest one was probably Sun King, at least to figure it out. Because, okay, here's a kind of like a little bit. That high part isn't there, because they're using a baritone guitar, and it's like, it's really metallic and reverby, and I thought, there's no way that I can make that sound come out of here. So I had to figure out what I was going to do about it, and I decided I would just be faithful to the notes, and that way it's, and it still works. They're just little high plinky notes instead of big low bassy notes. Some of the more complex ones rely on the sort of sleight of hand that you do on ukulele anyway. People expect to hear a song a certain way, like, they're like, and they expect to hear that on piano, or later in the album with strings, but we don't have that. So what I do is I try to get the harmony and the notes and as close to it as I can, and I'm gonna let the person's imagination, their memory, fill it in. So that's why making like a sonic challenge, it's not such a big deal to imitate an orchestra or anything, because nobody expects a ukulele to sound like one anyway. So if you just get close, good enough. I try to play it for a week or two before I perform it. I'll sit down every day and just go, usually play one side, and then the next day play the other side. And usually the way I do that is I play the whole thing with mistakes and everything, and then I go back and fill in the gaps. Because there have been 3 periods where I did it you know, the first time, and then I didn't play it for a year or so. And then I did it again some more and traveled with it, and then I didn't do it, and then recently I got it back. And each time I get a little better at it, and I remember more and I make fewer mistakes. But yeah, it's good to play, you know, a week or so at least, get back on it, because there's stuff that you're not going to play it that often and you won't remember, so you need to go back and fix it. The first times I was doing it was pretty much just sheer terror, because I had, like, now you've committed yourself to walking the tightrope now, and you have to do it, and you try to make as few mistakes as you can. So yeah, at first it was really, you know, and you can see, like, there's some videos of me doing it, and I don't look real relaxed because I'm not. But then as I've gotten better at it, now I start thinking about how I might interpret it a little bit. You know, sometimes I might, like, throw a little reggae into a song or something, or and yeah, and actually I kind of feel it sometimes. This one's tuned to C, like most people are now. This one's tuned to the D tuning. And this one, man, this one, for example, Here Comes the Sun. That's in the same key of the original, and if you listen to somebody or watch somebody play it on guitar, they capo the guitar up to the 7th fret, and the D-tuned ukulele is guitar at 7th fret. Now they strum it, but you wonder, how did it get that bright, high, stringy sound? Because that's exactly where it is, and you go, this fits so perfectly. He had to have figured it out on the ukulele. I'm absolutely certain that he figured it out on the ukulele. And there's a couple other places where you go, this just lays down so good.